What does the situation look like for the moment? It's going to be trouble towards height, though. There are going to be big changes. Anas and Pink trying to go for it. Let's see exactly how they will end up faring as the clutches happen down below. Michael and Hookah are also just popping off individually, getting a lot of picks. Michael now dethroned. The king has fallen down. Pink is the one who's there, but his kingdom split in half as Anas does not make it to this portion of the game.
Another game where it looks like Pink is going to have to try and fend as a solo, but instantly being chopped. Pink gets taken out. He's out of the game, and height once again is available. It's Vanyak that looks to take it. He was the one to get the finish, but a surprise, surprise. Benji Fisher, Mr. Savage, looking to try and surprise the whole world right now as we head into these final moments. Mr. Savage back in control of the low ground, looking to try claim it for his team.
Patience is a virtue, but low ground is where the insurance is kept. It's where the magic happens. Savage and Benji looking for it, looking this in perfect form. I see these guys in this position. I get flashbacks. I get nostalgia. This is going to be amazing. The drop down too. The harpoon in there. Benji and Savage, they're ready. They're rolling as another clutch potential on the bottom right gets deleted.
And that elimination was so huge. They were running out. They were running thin. And this is what it means to them. They are trying to get in now as well. Benji sliding through. He hasn't got many materials. And so you see the desperation to try and find some sort of elimination. It's not looking good. He's down to bare bones. No materials. And so Mr. Savage now left to try and clutch for himself. And clutch he may just. He tried to hit that shot. He will get the elimination as well. And the mats will keep him going for just that bit longer. He needs to try to stay in the game. Pressure being applied to his walls. But just a moment of cool for him now.
Evan flowing left and right, hitting every single beam. A King Kroba just trying to find his way and slither through a maze, but he gets found out. The wall's dropping. He's down. Now it's all up to Kovacs and Xerox. What can they do? Launch pads in tow. They've gotten so many eliminations. The heels now all the way up the toe towards the top. Armored wall put down on the ramp as well to buy them a little bit of time. And the zone pops back on the opposite way as well. It's perfect. Their position, their structure, it's ready for a win.
This is brilliant for them. You see the win condition. They want to go for the heal off. Lowless and ST. Lowless trying to stay in the game as long as possible. This is his ploy for consistency. Can he stay in the game? Can he hit a big shot as he drops down though? It's going to be difficult. He hits one, Flowdax goes down. He gets the finish as well. He's taken both out. Lowless, how have you managed to do that? Low ground now seems to be his at the back of the zone. But as he goes forward, he might run into Zrox and Kroggy. This is going to be so difficult, but a brilliant attempt by Lowless here.
And while we watch all the low ground shenanigans happen, it looks too easy. It looks sunny and just absolutely bright towards the high ground. Vanya and Carmi ready to hopefully take a win for themselves, where they have entire turtle shells and just absolute bunkers of bases of defense to break all the way towards the low ground. Lowless is still in a panic, trying to find out what to do. There is a duel on his lair, looking to hopefully clash towards them at some point. That is Xerox. At the same time, Kovacs right now on screen. They've been absolute menaces from the fifth zone all the way towards the end, but they're going to be in a duo v duo situation. The basement is overflooded though with Lowless, security guard, highwayman ready, and he takes both of them out.
How is Lowless continuing to do this? Lowless is taking out duos as a solo. He doesn't care. He doesn't need help. He does it again. He keeps hitting shots. How has Lowless managed to go through team after team? It doesn't phase him whatsoever. And you can see the inventory. He can just sit in zone at this point. He doesn't need to do anything else. The job is finished at this point. He can just sit there while he collects the placement points up. You can hear, they know the sound cues. They know he's in the zone, but he can just keep hiding out here. Another max med missed as well. He's done so brilliantly. ST will be so impressed in the back. He just continues to stay up in this game. The med miss will be so key to keep it in it. He's counting everybody out. Carmi and Vanyak thinking, where on earth is he? We just have to stay in the zone. But up to this point, Lowless has been absolutely magnificent. How he has managed to hit shot after shot, 5 eliminations. He's going to keep his team in the game for now. But what a performance this has been.
It's all about a road trip from loot spot to loot spot now. A purple road for him to climb. It's going to be about 30 seconds of time he needs to buy. I'm not sure how much Carmi and Vanya have in the take for heals. Lowless has about, what, 30 seconds still left on a few of these mists. He is jumping a little bit and mantling. Every time he does that, he's not going to have a chance or time to heal at all. Still moving around. Zone now clocking in 3 seconds. There's another big mantle. Carmi goes down. Vanya is up though, and it's fine. They're high ground control.
Be a bit more of an easy ride for them, and making great use of that now up above on high ground as they look to try and pick up some eliminations. Lecce doing some damage. He might need to drop down a bit closer. Moneymaker on second height. He's in a bit of a blind spot for them, so hopefully they find the angles and deal with him as soon as possible. But things are really looking good for those boys.
Yup, and as they start to pressure a little bit of that that low ground. A rift gets popped in the sky, so high ground will be busy for now. Jerky down, Tripper also taken out. Look at the amount of people up in the sky. Vedala has a second chance to go for height. Lecce and Swolium, looks like they almost had things for free. Another duo rolls in. Look at the inventory. Lecce does not have a rifle at all. It's just that SMG. It cannot be a voice in this conversation. It can't do anything to stop these players from landing, and already one person over top gets shot down. An in-9 from Lecce, and a spray after the fact as well. It's an Austin Pink who somehow almost have height, understand who's there, and use patience as a third teammate for themselves, waiting for the chaos to ensue and then maybe take it over after the fact.
Yeah, they realized how many teams there were trying to take it, so opting for the safer route, and that might be the best decision they've made just yet. Swilliam as a solo though, having to try and find his footing in the game. You can see, and that's really looking for any weakness, any chink in the armor of the high ground hold, but Pink ushering him towards the front of the zone, making him know that our time will come.
And then Benji as well, down on low, pops off in the feed. I see classics all around. The duo spray with edits in the way from an Austin Pink. Benji popping off on low ground as well. It's one of those EUN games you love to see. Towards the mountains, is pulling back up again. Here's Lolas, here's Esti, Deja Vu. It's almost the same zone. Same players with the next buff as well. And this time they're up against the big raid bosses. Benji, Savage, take them down, steal the power, and they're ready to bump up the game, get off the ground, get off the rocks, and soar towards the skies.
Benji saying to the Frenchies, you hit pumps, I hit them harder. A brilliant elimination now as they make their way up into the zone, trying to find a bit more of a comfortable position. Benji's got to close off his back though. He has to be careful. Milad goes down to Kiduo in the feed, and he's not done either. Maybe, just maybe able to stay in the game. That's a huge elimination. Gives him an extra bit of time now, and he secures his spot in the zone.
He's going to be chilling for the moment. One of the only solos down on low ground so far. Waze and Julian Calm there too. Dandif, huge high ground take against an Austin Pink. To the sky there too, to maybe even try to help him out. We'll see exactly if they can hold on to one of those 10th place reigning kings that we know love taking back height. They're ready to pounce once again. Meanwhile on low, Savage 120 and leaves this man back in the box, sets up a trap, another shot after the fact. The spray will come through. Savage, man, you're just too cool at this one. Isolates the finish, gets a few of the mats, goes around the left side as well. A little bit of mismovement, but it's planned. You thought he was confused? Nah, just baiting out the Yilib on the backside. Med Mist also used. Just has to find the movement to get above the hill. Bubak and Fury now have controllers. Pink goes for the fight in the zone. Is this enough for him to try to roll in towards things? It's chaos towards the front side. There's only, what, one team inside the zone. They must be confused. For Bubak and Fury, this is easy. Winnings, this is easy. Ends, they just let it roll in. They win the game off of patience, off of just, letting the time fly by. 50 pop to pop as well inside the box, but unfortunately, we're moving way far away from the backside of the zone. They're getting pulled even further, and Osh taking down Janet, so a chance of high ground. The clouds kind of parting, sunlight shining through. Ascension for them possibly all the way towards the top, and yes, they start to go. Axe Force, though, there with the clash. They end up crashing straight down to second height, and that's not all the way up top. They got 3 limbs this duel so far. They've connected. They have a little bit of control, and they have a little bit of a seat on a plane towards finals.
Yeah, you can see there on it, and that's making sure to look at second high, pressure them as much as possible. Axe Force and Yusri will look to go for it if he's not careful. But in the back of the zone, Thomas falls. What? He falls to his demise. Thomas might have just thrown the game there for his team. Trippin still in the game as a solo though. What can he do in this situation? But everything falling apart for the Danes right now.
He was trying to go possibly for height, had no match left all the way towards that top side. Maybe just a slip of the finger. Who knows? Meanwhile, though, Deox, there's still plenty more to see. Like max damage on the Voxy. That's huge. And he keeps powering through. Wafflar down. But this man has so much left to give as a solo to try to get as many points as possible inside this game.
You can see he's trying to rise, trying to find a clearer layer, but he needs to be careful because there are people on this one. They deal with him. Pink and Anasto, clear as sky on height. Nobody giving them issues. Rifty and Flodax giving the rest of the lobby issues down below, though, as they're picking up eliminations. Rifty closes it out there with the combat. Axe Force is the one taken out, and so now they're going to continue their pursuit of finding control, but he runs underneath the wrong box. He gets taken out, and so Flodax, one moment he has a duo, the next moment he's a solo. What can he do now in this position? Not many builds to work with, but a pump might be all he needs right now.
Look at the distance with an Austin Pink and the rest of the server. You can see sunny skies versus tornadoes and hurricanes occurring all the way on low ground. Armored walls basically made into boxes because of the pressure from the gods up top. Flodax now trying to parkour his way all the way up and buy as much time. No mats. Farms a few. Pockets empty, looking for just shots on all sides. Frizzy now going down as well. Up close and personal. There's one man in the box. Lucia's the last one left, but he's getting beamed too. The Cypher keeps it alive. 2 seconds, 1 to be able to play with the zone. Now 29 HP is going to be fine for the moment. Shady down. Lucia then bounces back. Has a chance for the revive as well, but nope. Med miss will be dropped to be able to use it and just get all the way back up on white HP for the moment. Stompy and Ju also here, keeping it low key, have a lot of materials to use as well, and also be his focus next. Fullback now at the bottom side as we go past the armored wall. It's too thick. The chainmail cannot be pierced, and he goes down. Now the pressure's really ramping in. Last top 5. Can they stay alive is the question. This duel on low. Whether armored wall drop down, the placements are perfect from everyone down on this road. But how long is the trip? Can they have enough gas in the tank left to take it all the way to the VR, to take it all the way to the finals? That's the question. Su now in the business too, looking for his own shot. Goes past the grasslands. Leon goes down, and Asta with a big pick. Lucia now finally down. Then there's more clashes happening. 3 different teams left, Levin, as they have a little bit of patience to keep rocking through. And Austin Pink on height. They keep the space. They keep class, composure. They want this to be just a basic game for them. A walk in the park. This is the day at the job for the duel up top. They made it look so easy right now. And you can see the pressure, the chaos, the confusion down low. They haven't seen the sunlight in days. Basement brawlers on the low ground. They have no idea what height even looks like. A little bit of a shot on the right side. As much damage as possible from Cookie Sue, but now it's that final 2v2. And look at the loadout. Splashes in the business. Floppers too. This should be a shoo-in for Pickin' and Os. Anything can happen though in this final fight.
They've been so cool, calm and collected. Stompy and Ju, they have a win condition of their own, but it doesn't seem like they'll be able to out-heal Pickin' and Os up above. We'll see whether or not they take the gamble though, whether or not they'll actually be confident in their ability to heal out here. But if not, it might be an all-out fight that goes on. For Pickin' and Asto, it's about just staying composed, making sure they don't give them anything, don't give them that hope. Stay in this game. You can see them just staying, trying to make sure they keep their HP up as best as possible. And Stompy and Ju realizing now that he needs to try and hide. Don't give them any extra heals, and it's not going to be possible. He needs to take the fight. He's not going to be able to out-heal Pink, doing everything he can now to make that timing so difficult. He tries to hide away. I don't think they'll be able to find his knocked body, and so he's just going to have to be relying on the med mist he has now. But there's no hope for him. There's no chance he can out-heal the arm chest that Anas has available to him. You can see so many more heals to work with. He has so much more time in this game, and Anas, who has been one of the more consistent players, an absolute tank, someone who rarely ever makes mistakes, finally securing a spot in the FNCS finals. Pink and Anas, but will it be enough? There are still teams who will look towards it. In the meantime though, towards the front of the zone, Hookah and Zeston looking to try claim territory there. Diox and Waffler not really claiming anything right now, just trying to hang on into this game as they make their way to the zone. Diox, such low materials now, trying to go for a sneaky play. The mantle,
no way.
The new mechanics coming through. Diox doesn't miss. And so that is huge. He tries to do it again. Loki, the one taken out. The med miss is nice. The refresh coming in will be essential to him staying in the game. But really nice plays there from Diox. A struggling player in the back of the zone, thriving in that environment in the meantime.
He'll move. Zox is in the business too with Kovacs, trying to find that revive. It might not be possible for the moment. Idiot and Hardfine all the way on second height. They're also moving in. Hookah now finally down in this home zone that Zeston has. It's been a type of invasion by the rest of the lobby. Too much for them to handle. The security is just not there on their builds. He's going to be forced all the way to low. As many masks to work with. Meanwhile, though, as he's active, you look in the feed on height, it's getting crazy. So many different trades towards the skies. Zeston gets to just live and ride by. For Rox, it's also so good. It's low-key for everyone in mid and low. Height change, so many hands now as Melody and Keffi in the business. Another pad all the way up top. Keffi has to get ready for the land down, but no contest at all. That team goes for second height. It's straight into Thomas and Tripper's boxes. Bloomy gets absolutely shattered in half, taken down. Big refresh for the boys. They have a chance to maybe take this up all the way from second height.
Yeah, you can see Wendy there as a solo trying to do what he can to stay in the game, but this is who we want to see right now. Thomas and Trippen, they aren't going for height in this game, and maybe that's the right choice. Staying on these mid layers, Thomas trying to path out a place to go, needs to rejoin himself with Trippen, and they do that. But Melody and Keffi have a real big opportunity here on their hands. Zeston, there's chaos all around him. He's trying to hide in a cone to get some heals off. The med miss will be nice, but it's not going to be enough. He goes down. Diox is still in this game, using the zip line to create even more chaos as he tries to break through builds. He tries to find an opportunity. He only has the 5 builds, but if he can hit a shot, no, he can't. He goes down as well. Wendy still kicking in this game as well.
No builds for Wendy right now, low and mid ground. It's a 4-way intersection. illumination, and every single light is green. Vehicles, in terms of just bullets flying by at breakneck speeds, has to be very careful when he tries to cross the street. Meanwhile, Rox, he's still got tires in the business. He has ways to walk in with the mats. Keffi and Melody split down pressure towards the bottom. It will be Rox right below them, or just right in their line of sight, not really getting hit. SD opens up the block. Lois is there as well, just to land that shot and claim another body, claim even more mats, and then get damaged and taken out so close. Thomas HD with the refresh as well inside the back half of the zone. Med mist up in play. That's 300 HP total. He gets to run in with, but he can't mantle. He can't really do much, but stay at this speed. Has to just keep low-key until he gets into one more circumstance to get that refresh.
Yeah, he was able to take Michael out, and he's just sort of keeping himself in the game. He needs to be careful. The Height team can't afford to see him. 3 HP, just getting in by the skin of his teeth. He needs to hold on at this moment. Drox now as a solo. He's trying to stay in the game as well, mantling up, trying to find an angle. He finds Astro some Zido, but Astro does well to get out of dodge, hold on some builds, and so Drox will go down. Keffi, the Height team, able to take him out. Astro, he doesn't have Michael with him. He has 3 eliminations to his name though, and so the dream is still alive. The Med Mist will get him up in HP. And you can see Moneymaker in the back of the zone now trying to go for a cheeky solo play if he can. Melody and Keffi though, they're doing so brilliantly here. 5 eliminations, you can see they're eager beavers trying to find eliminations. They want to clear out the rest of the lobby. They understand what this moment is. Astro though, in this moment, with just 6 HP trying to fight his way on up, it's going to be so difficult. The Med Mist coming through. What is going on in the back of the zone? Aeon Flares goes down. Astro coming in. Oh my goodness, Melody and Keffi, they're trying to figure out what's going on, but none of that matters. You need to just focus on the win now, boys. And you can see they're waiting in zone. They know players are healing up. They're trying to just stay in this one, and it looks like they can do it. Moneymaker with a lot of Med Mist, but maybe not enough to really pose a threat to them. He's going to keep the game ticking, the clock going, and he's running into zone. He knows it's too hard to hang on. He wants to try maybe use this striker pump to some damage. He gets in, and in a very sneaky position, Shio, one that they won't be having vision on, and so it's all about whether or not they realize he's there. The footsteps will go off. They know, they realize they have to hit the shots though. 1 build left for Keffi isn't going to be great. The Med Mist allows him to just keep going in this game. Keffi down to such low HP though now. If he actually drops down and isn't careful, Moneymaker will make good use of him. And so he has to hit this shot. You can see just patiently stalking him up from above, waiting for the edit, waiting for the moment to come. And running out. He realizes now the time is finally ticking. Moneymaker, can he do it? He has
no way.
Refresh. That is huge. That gives him extra time. The Med Mist has run out. Melody has it though. Melody has the Med Mist that will keep him in the game. Can Moneymaker find him? Sliding his way through. 1 second left. No, it's not enough for Moneymaker. Melody, he doesn't have Thomas, and he has to try and hit something huge.
Top 10 just dropped down to top 11, so he definitely is neck and neck with one other duo who's still alive inside the server. Trippin not only needs to live, he needs to find a miracle in a space where it doesn't exist. Satan dropped down, chopped out. Rifty is just too good with it as he keeps rolling. 1 elim, and now his game begins. Trippin for the moment is trying to still get towards that top 6. Up top though, Flodax and Rifty possibly getting ready to lock in a win of their own.
Yeah, Hookah and Zestin down on low ground. You can see they're trying to claim frontside. Trippin doesn't want any part of it though. He wants to get back in the zone. He has a Med Mist, so he has a bit of time here if he needs it. But he also hits a big shot to keep him in the game. Wave, Stompy and Jew out of it. But Trippin now running into a box where he shouldn't have ran into. He goes down. Hard finding ADN now. Dropping down to low as well. Can they hit some shots on here? ADN looking for it, running in. They're pressuring their way in, and they find the elimination onto Swag. They take him out of the game, but they're forced down to relegate to the backside. And they have not many builds, not much HP, but that won't stop Hardfind. It won't stop him. Hookah taking out Veston, left with his pants down. He has nobody to round him to help him out. And so Hardfind keeping it going. ADN did fall. But what a shot, 10 eliminations, double digit for Hardfind.
Look at all the health bars. It's so messy inside this end game. Yes, Hardfind is still doing the work, dealing the damage, but it's costing him so much. Every single time, down to a sliver, down to none. He's gone. Rifty and Flodax, the only sense of organization, the only sense of synergy, a dual dynamic that's left in the server, are looking to just wrap up this game, sign their ticket straight to the finals. But there's a king still on the throne. It's Michael who's trying to stop their entire reign and force a defeat on the rest of the lobby. Janice and Vortex are here too. 2 teams trying to control low ground for the moment. It's the final time. Let's see what actually breaks down. It's going to be a 3-way fight between all these teams. The lull of a moment as they all prep up, split mats, and get ready for the final showdown. One solo, it's Michael. He's not gonna make it to the final duel. He drops in, so the throne is ready. Two teams, a 2v2, 8th versus 4th or 2nd right now. Let's see who can really get in. Yeah, 8th and 4th, that's what it is. Rifty up top. This is good for consistency as well if they don't actually wrap it all the way in, but they're looking for beams. This will be a slow ride the whole way through. I'm not completely sure about the map count between both teams right now, but as soon as that first tag gets found, it'll be explosive. Janice has to get ready, has to cover every single angle plus the spray. It's gotta be an umbrella that protects them like a turtle shell at the same time. Something like that does not exist. They have to do something miraculous in this moment. Janice already getting hit a little bit by the storm. Bodax Rifty really dropping down the pressure. Vortex is reading it. He's waiting for the weak point. Rifty kind of blocks it out. There's no chance. Still 2v2 riding. 7 mats ready for Rifty. Looks like he's trying to drop down at some point. I hear harpoons on one of the sides. Ammunition is still good for both teams. Janice now trying to clap back. No builds, just one on Vortex as well. Throw the all in. Bodax now on defense. Big pump shot. It's there. The striker strikes now. It's time to bite. Going down Rifty is looking for the next shot. Edit there. Finds Janice. 136. They can wrap it in. Another one. Rifty kind of insane and wraps it in. Straight to the finals. Game 5. It's their VR. It's their control. And it's them just
using the rift.
No way.
That's nice. And this is what they're setting up for. But hiding first moving, would it be possible there's teams still above them as well?
No way! Split the map in half!
The sky.
Look at this! Half the players on low ground figuring out what to do, the rest up in the sky. Forget consistency, it's all about miracles right now. More teams joining the airspace. Zrock's in a box, he's down, 4th place gone. More space for Thomas and Trippern to take over. They just need a few more points. Wendy at 109 as well, leader down, chance for a clutch here. Mr. Lucky number 7 is looking for a few shots at 18 HP. He doesn't have much left in the tank either. Bandages up in play, 3 builds. He needs someone to save him. He needs a power shot, brick in the way. He can't break past that either. 383 damage above Surge. He'll be fine for now, but he's stuck on the back walls. No more mats, no more chances. He's being forced up and out, just basically flooded out of the builds he calls home. Jackson down in the feed. He's going up against Benji on the right side. The server is just an absolute catastrophic dismay. No one knows who's on what layer. Vico down on height as well. Satan has it with Darkest. They're finally up, awake, and alive. Their eyes are open. But look at Thomas HDs and Tripperns. They're focused so much on the prize, they forgot to do damage. 52 below. They got no more heals up either. The last harpoon from Trippern. This is chaos. This is tragedy. 10 HP, and Surge stops at the final moment. Trippern finds Thomas. They have a chance to stay as a duo and stay alive for the rest of the game.
But their combined HP is that of just a solo right now. They're looking so bare bones. You can see Wendy now on low ground, the example of what it means to do everything, but he can't. He will fall. And you can see now, Satan has a great hold on height up there with his duo. But down below, everybody hustling and busting, Trippin and Thomas now. This might be the one wall to be knocking on. They can't afford to go down. They need to stay in this game. Look how low they are. No materials either. They need to hit a shot and soon. No, yes! He will do it. He pushes them into the top 6. 4th place now. Thomas, can he clutch? We've seen him do it so many times before. Can he stay in this game? He has a couple builds to keep him up. But Thomas now just waiting out the clock, waiting for everybody else to go down. Michael trying to make a medkit play, goes down. Another team out the way for Thomas, keeping him in the game, pushing him up in the standings.
He can't get scratched. He can't get even breathed on right now. 21 HP. He's clutched so far to get to this point, but he has to go even more further beyond. Sue's still up in the inventory in terms of just the map at the moment right now. I'm getting flustered. Darkest and Satan are putting down the pressure. He's on low ground. Just grass between him and every other person in this lobby. This is a few not shielded players. He doesn't know that himself, though. Thomas moves through the jungle. He can just working through the shadows and cannot strike. 131 points at 4th place is what he goes down in for the moment. Leon Furs at 160, he's just pushing that lead. Repscar trying to get in there as well. 19th place, might have to look for the win, or just so many points to keep racking up and getting towards the end of this game. 8th zone, almost winning in the 9th. Sitting up top on height. Eggman Voxier here too in 9th place. They can also just fly by. Sanglit, 103 points as a solo with Loki. He gets denied. A shot from Leon Furs. He's making sure no one has it easy towards the finals. Clownski inside the box. Another spray, another big shot, and he gets one down. Armored Wall, he says no thank you. His teammates still up. It's Repscar West Guard. 97 points, 11. They need this win.
They have to go for the win. They can't afford to go down now. They need to stay in it, but it's going to be so hard. There's a team on height looking strong as ever, and so they need to sort out the low ground quickly, and that's what they'll do. One elimination, trying to break their way through more, picking up another one as well, fighting to survive, fighting their way into the FNCS final, trying to stay up now.
One team!
2 in the final moment. Mr. Satan, Darkest, trying everything they can right now to stay up in this game. Countscape ref scored, Scrush below as well. They're trying to stay up, but they can't make their way through.
Whoever wins this goes to the FNCS finals. It's all about this last 2v2, 24th versus 12th. Who's gonna rock it all the way in? Klaus got low HP, Rough Guard laying a trap. He trades, 1v1 now, the last chance. Here we go, big shield on rest. He takes the first shot, but it's done! Darkest locks it in, and he's going to the finals. What a 2v2, what a way to secure a spot at the big throne in EU.
Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage, take a look. 3rd and 4th, they did hang on. Mini, they hung on.
They just about did. And of course, they had a little bit of a comeback towards the end there. I think they set themselves up well enough in those first 3 games to the point where you thought,